reliability, most people aren't. They're talking about its status. You know, it's, hey, it's great cow high, or you know, Paris Hilton has the same kind of bag, and that's quality as excellence. All right, so we have quality as durability, reliability, and we also have quality as excellence. Two elements to quality. How does quality help a firm create a competitive advantage? Well, it helps it in two ways. It can help it by allowing it to increase its price, but it can also help it by allowing it to decrease its cost. How does it help it increase its price? Well, when something's quality, we value it more, correct? That's why we pay $350 for the Coach bag, because we think, hey, it's a status symbol. It looks great. It's aesthetically appealing. So that quality as excellence helps us to increase the value to customers, but it also helps us it also helps us to increase that level of differentiation, and people are going to be willing to pay for it. The utility goes up, and if the utility goes up, the price can also go up. Quality as reliability can do the same thing. We're willing to pay, let's say, example, you go to the dollar store and you buy those dollar store batteries, you realize, you know, use it one time, it's probably not going to work again. But then you go out and you buy expensive Duracell batteries. It's expensive, you pay more for it, but you're willing to pay more for it because you believe it's reliable. For example, you buy, if you're a runner and you buy certain types of running shoes, they might be more expensive than, let's say, the type you buy at Walmart, but you're willing to pay for those, pay that price, because your belief is that, hey, this is going to last me much longer than the ones that I bought at Walmart. So that quality as reliability and differentiation can help the firm to increase utility and therefore increase prices and therefore increase revenue and profitability. But quality can also help the firm to lower its cost structure. How so? Well, the more I build quality into my product and my process, the less inputs I am likely to use. What do I mean by that? Well, think about this. Think about if I created a product. Let's say I created a pair of sneakers, pair of running shoes, pair of tennis shoes, and I sold it. And after 2 months, the majority of people that bought those tennis shoes said, hey, listen, the sole came off. I now have to accept all those returns, and those expenses that I accrue, those are considered to be inputs into that production of that product, which means that the cost or the expense that I incurred on that production has extravagantly increased. Now, if I have quality items, meaning that I have items that are reliable and durable, yes, I am likely to see less returns in terms of the production, which keeps my cost structure for that item down. I can also build quality in terms of the process. Right? So we often talk about the quality process. Toyota is one of those firms that promote quality in their process. They don't try to fix a problem in the production process once it has occurred. They try to ensure that the problem does not occur. So they monitor. They try to ensure they have the best machinery, they have the best people working for them that can decrease the number of defects that occur in their production. How does that save money? Well, initially it costs money. It costs money to buy great machinery. It costs money to pay great workers. But over time, because we have less defects, because we're stopping the process less, because we are we're building that quality into the production, which is decreasing the returns, that money is going to be saved in terms of rework and defects and all those things. And so initially quality might cost us money, but in the long run it is going to save us money. So quality can help us to again increase our prices, because we're giving customers all these great things like, you know, performance and style and aesthetics and even reliability and durability. But it can also help us to lower our cost structure by decreasing defects, by decreasing reworks and all those things. All right. So whereas superior efficiency can only really help us to lower our cost structure and therefore lower our prices, it really can't help us to differentiate ourselves. Nobody really goes out there and is willing to pay more for efficiency. We don't go, hey, Walmart, I'm going to pay you, $2 more per item because you have a great inventory system. No. Superior efficiency helps the firm lower its cost structure and therefore helps the firm many times to lower its prices or keep the same prices as the competition, just have more profit because its cost structure is lower. Quality can help us to increase our prices, right? And it can also help us to decrease our cost structure, which is where we have both option 1 and option 2. And the slide says superior quality equals customer perception of greater value. The more quality I see, the more valuable I think the product is, the more I'm going to be willing to pay for it. You get that? More quality, more willingness, higher prices. This is a quality map for automobiles. You kind of know this. Okay, where's Lexus? Where's the Corolla? Right? Lexus, high on attributes, right? So quality as excellence, and also high as quality as reliability. Toyota Corolla, it's high on reliability, but not necessarily that high on differentiation. Proton and Ford Explorer, they're kind of in the middle. Proton, in fact, is very low. You don't probably know what the Proton is, but it was a car that obviously is no longer available to the American public. The reason why, because it was not quality as excellent, it was not quality reliability. What is this just trying to show you is that two elements to quality. Quality as excellence, quality reliability. I think it's durable, or I think it's something that's aesthetically pleasing, status or whatever. Both things are quality. They both can contribute to quality as differentiation, right? But mostly quality as reliability contributes to lowering the cost. So we have efficiency, we have quality. Our third building block is innovation. What is innovation? It's the act of creating new products or new processes. Okay? Product innovation, it creates products that customers perceive as more valuable and increases the company's pricing options. Again, I said this. When Apple comes out with the iPhone, right, it gives it multiple pricing options. It could have gone with option 1. It could have gone with option 2. Why? Because there's all these new gadgets and gadgets and attributes, and the consumer's mind is like, wow, all of these new things, I'm going to be willing to pay more for this, right? And that's what they did. In fact, Apple leveraged that increased utility to initially charge higher prices. But also, it created more customer demand by when it lowered its prices. And the reason why is because consumers said, hey, listen, I'm getting a great deal for this thing because this thing could have really cost me $600, but it's only costing me $200, right? All of these attributes at a sale, I'm going to get at a discount, if you will. And so innovation can do that for the firm. And again, both options create value, both options create demand, both options can increase profitability. That's product innovation. But there's also this thing called process innovation. And process innovation, it creates value by lowering costs. So product innovation creates value by increasing differentiation. Again, I'm going back, and you probably heard me say this a lot of times during this lecture, but there are two main reasons we buy anything. The price, yes, and everything else. Price and everything else, or we call that differentiation. Efficiency focuses on promoting value through lowering prices. Quality can lower prices by promoting quality and reliability, but also can promote value by increasing differentiation. Innovation, product innovation, creates value by increasing differentiation, right? By giving us all these new things that we want, that we really want to, and we're going to be willing to pay for. But process innovation, rather than increasing differentiation, what it does is it actually lowers production costs, which is essentially lowering the increasing the efficiency of production. It helps the firm lower its cost structure. So, for example, Toyota, when Toyota comes out with its hybrid automobile, it's a product innovation, right? It's something new, something that some customers were willing to pay more for. Why? Because now I have this ability to drive, to use less gas, to save the environment. These are all attributes that I am willing, as a customer, willing to pay more for, and therefore it gave Toyota that ability to charge higher prices for its hybrids, right? Product innovation. It allows the firm to promote sale value through differentiation. But Toyota also has lots of process innovation. One of those that you probably have heard of before is that just-in-time management process, that inventory management process, where the firm gets the supplies or raw materials that it requires in the production process at the amount it requires and exactly when it requires it. Doing that allows the firm to keep its inventory level at a minimum, and by keeping its inventory level at a minimum, it allows the firm to reduce the amount of expenditure that it incurs. That reduction in expenditure therefore lowers the production cost. Now, you don't pay necessarily, or you don't go to Toyota and say, hey, you know what, I'm willing to pay more for your car, Toyota, because you use just in time. No. The way that just-in-time helps Toyota to increase its profitability is by lowering the firm's production cost. What does that mean? Well, it means that because it has lower production costs, even if it charges the same price for its vehicle that GM charges, the fact that its production cost is lower than GM's is going to allow it to have a higher profit margin. You see what I'm saying? Again, it can charge the same price as GM and make more money than GM because its profit margin is more, because its cost structure is lower. But it can also charge lower prices than GM and still potentially make more profit than GM because, again, its cost structure is lower. And so therefore, by lowering its price, what does it do? By lowering its price, it increases demand, increases revenue, potentially increases profitability. The slide says successful innovation can be a major source of competitive advantage. Why? Because it gives the company something unique. It is where the company creates these firm-specific strengths, these distinctive competencies. Innovation is what separates the firm from the crowd. It's what creates and sustains a competitive advantage, which is why of the 4 building blocks, innovation is the one that is likely to lead most to competitive advantage. All right, and again, it does not always have to be I come out with the greatest and most wonderful product or service, right? The reason why Walmart is successful relative to its competitors is because Walmart does not necessarily have product innovation. The stuff that Walmart comes, the way its stores look, the products that it sells is not the newest and greatest things, but it has great process innovation. You've probably heard of the RFID technology, which is its inventory control management process, which, just like Toyota, allows the firm to have lower levels of inventory. It's great logistics in terms of the way that it restocks and the way it distributes its products to its different location, keeps the cost down. All of those are innovative techniques and processes that competitors do not have, that has allowed Walmart to separate itself, to lower its cost structure much more so than its competitors, that have then in turn translated to it having and sustaining a competitive advantage. So let's recap quickly. Efficiency helps the firm by lowering its cost structure, right? That's how the firm generates consumer value and consumer demand, and therefore increases its revenue and profitability. Increases revenue and lower its cost structure and increases profitability. Again, superior efficiency is all about lowering my cost structure. If I lower my cost structure, I can increase demand, potentially increase revenue, and therefore increase profitability. Right? Even if I weren't to increase revenue, I can just lower my cost structure, and therefore by having a lower cost structure, I'm spending less than I was spending before. My revenue would increase. That's what efficiency does. Quality can help me to increase revenue by allowing me to charge higher prices, or by allowing me to increase demand, but it can also reduce my cost structure by increasing my efficiency. That's quality as reliability. Innovation, product innovation helps me to increase my revenue by either, again, increasing the price per item because now customers value it more, or increasing demand because customers are thinking, hey, I am getting it at a discount, it's wonderful, I'll have all these things, but I'm paying less for it, right? That's product innovation. But process innovation, which is new process and new management techniques, can help the firm lower its cost structure, and by lowering its cost structure, help the firm to increase its profitability again. So we have efficiency, we have innovation, and we have quality. The last one is responsiveness to customers. What is that? It's the ability of the firm to identify and satisfy customers' needs better than the competitors. So for example, you go to you have a credit card. Let's say you're with MasterCard. You call MasterCard up and you say, listen, I